Symbolize Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you into the kitchen on this New Year's Day. It's serious cooking time, and this is my most important dinner of the year. And Happy New Year 2023. Let's pray it's going to be a good one. Today, we're going to get all serious. It's time to make some greens, y'all. And I'm serious about my greens. Alright, got a big old pot ready to go. It's not hot. I made the mistake of, instead of ripping my greens, I cut them up, so they're starting to look rough, so I need to get started. I'm going to cut my vegetables up first, and we need some onions. I do my greens a little different than most people. I don't want no sugar. I don't want no sweet. I want them good. As Junior sneaks by behind the camera. And I like pieces, big pieces of onion in mine. So it's going to be a medium to large dice. And I'm going to do 2 onions and bring you right back. Okay, got those cut and diced up real nice. There's a really good chance I'm gonna go in and do a third one, because I like big onions. And that's the size that we're being able to get a hold of. I'm thankful, but when I'm cooking, I want a big onion. Because I like pieces, big pieces of onion in my greens. Yeah, Mama Owl don't like no plain Jane greens. They're not foo-foo greens, but they're flavorful greens. Why take the time to make something homemade when it has no flavor? Okay, onions are done. On to a very misunderstood vegetable, the gorgeous turnip. Now, I have scrubbed these turnips very well. Most people peel them. Oh no, I'm not going to peel no turnip, because there is a lot of nutrients in that skin. And see, that's not dirt. That's stained from dirt. So that means there's vitamins and minerals, extra vitamins and minerals in that skin. Main thing is make sure you get them clean. Let me tell you, I could eat turnips by themselves. I absolutely love turnips. And these were some big pretty turnips. And all your onion peelings can go in a freezer bag and save back in your freezer to make stock at a later date. Or put everything in your compost pile Don't let none of it go to waste. I am so happy to have some big, beautiful turnips. And all you want to do is cut any bad pieces off and cut those end pieces off. I absolutely love turnips. I got 2 more turnips to go, and I'll bring y'all back here in just a little bit. Okay, got the turnips cut up. This is the most important thing for your greens, because usually I use smoked ham hocks. Well, sign of the times, y'all. They're not going to be getting smoked ham hocks until January 3rd. And I'm like going, that's a tad bit too late. This is beautiful smoked hog jowl. Not as smoked as I'd like it to be, but look at that price, y'all. I like to had a heart attack. I haven't got smoked hog jowl this cheap in a long time. And yeah, needless to say, I was happy as can be. Smoked ham hocks, smoked hog jowl. It's all traditional for your greens. And me being traditional, this is important. I don't want no turkey tails. I don't want no smoked chicken necks, no smoked turkey necks. Because anything chicken is bad luck. Any kind of fowl is bad luck on New Year's Day, because they scratch backwards, and you don't want your luck being scratched backwards, because your greens symbolize money. The garlic I'm going to use symbolizes good health. Now I'm going to cut my hog jowl up first, and then I'm going to saute it to give it a little more color and release a bunch of those wonderful juices. Here, New Year's Day is the most important dinner of the year, in my opinion, because I'm going to make sure, one way or another, that there is plenty of good luck in this so-called calendar year. They've messed the calendar up so much they don't even know what it is anymore. Prefer to go back to the old ways before the Romans come along and messed everything up. But this isn't, you can smell a little bit of smoke on it. It's not near as smoky as it should be, but that's okay. I gotta fix that. a lot of hog jowl in my greens. Give me a minute, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, got my hands washed. We're gonna cut this on. Now we're gonna saute, or I'm gonna saute the cut up hog jowl until it starts having a little bit of color, and I'll bring you right back for that. Okay, now that the hog jowl is starting to fry up, it's basically like bacon. For those who don't know, the hog jowl is the cheeks and sometimes under the chin. It depends on where the butcher cuts it, but usually it's from the cheek area. Now that it's starting to get some color, I'm going to add my onions. Because y'all, we're building flavor. You don't just throw greens together. It's I don't want to say labor because it's not that hard, but it's a labor of love. And if you don't put love into your food while you're cooking it, how are you going to make people healthy in your family and yourself? You focus good, intense love, healing into your food so that when people consume it, your family members, yourself, you get that healing and that love. Why do you think sometimes food feels like you're getting a warm hug? Because of that, especially if an old person or somebody that knows what they're doing is cooking it. And I'll bring you back as soon as these are done. Okay, now that the hog jowl is releasing its wonderful flavor, and there's a little bit of smoke in there, the onions are almost translucent. It's seasoning time, y'all. You know me. Put that slap on it. Don't want to use too much because I don't want to make it too hot for the family. And I'm going to use some regular ground black pepper. You can smell that slap your mama. Sorry, y'all. Slap your mama fighting back. Alright. Since I'm going to be cooking these greens for about 45 minutes until they're tender, I'm going to be using dehydrated minced garlic. Whoa. Alright. That's about a good healthy 2 tablespoons. If you want to use fresh minced garlic, go for it. I use 2 tablespoons. Now, any other time of year, I would be using chicken bone stock or turkey bone stock. But since it's New Year's Day, it's going to be water. And that's about 8 cups. I'll probably add more. going to add a little bit more because I'm making pot liquor. If you don't know what pot liquor is, you're missing out. That's the juice from cooking your hog jowl, your onions, your greens. And I'm telling you, pot liquor is an amazing thing. Fixing to get some water. Okay, that's going to be about 12 cups of water. I may or may not need any more. Oh my gracious, y'all. It smells so good up in here. Now, yes, my hog jowls were smoked. Not smoked strong enough for my likes. This should be in everybody's home. Everybody's home. This one is hickory. They also make mesquite. They make apple. They make regular. And there's a couple more. Liquid smoke. Yes. I don't measure. I just look for the color of the water to change. I'd say maybe a quarter of a cup. Ah, there we go. That's that hit in the face that you're looking for. And I'm going to let that come up to a simmer. Well, actually a low boil, and I'll bring you back. Now, my greens is a mixture because, you know, I want to cover all my bases on New Year's Day. It's a mixture of collards, turnip, and mustard. Speaking of turnips, let's get these turnips up in here. Uh-oh. Don't want to waste nothing. Oh. Alright, I'm going to let that come up to a boil and I'll bring y'all back. Okay, finally come up to a boil. Let's remove the lid. I'm going to give it a good stir. Oh, I ain't going to lie, y'all, this smells heavenly. And we're just going to put our greens in there. And believe me, these are going to wilt down a whole lot. Well, I said it's a mixture because I like to cover my bases. It's a mixture of collard greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens. And make sure that you wash them very, very well. Oops, sorry y'all. I've washed them very well before I cut them up. And yes, I leave a lot of the stem on it because that's fiber and nutrition. Let me tell you, them collard greens, Lord, they were filthy. And don't you worry one bit, they're going to cook down. This looks like a whole lot. It's not going to be. And of course, your greens, just like your cabbage, symbolizes money. Money, wealth. I wish y'all were here to smell this. Oh my gracious, it smells amazing. Now, in the family, we have several that have to watch. We have to watch their blood pressure. So I haven't added. The only salt that's been added is in the Slap Your Mama and your pork jowl, hog jowl. Now, it's going to probably need more salt, but since there's people with high blood pressure here, I can always salt my food at the table. Which I can guarantee you I'm going to be. But I want to make sure everybody's healthy first. And I know in some traditions it's an insult to salt your food or pepper or season your food at the table, because in some traditions it means they didn't season the food enough. Well, not in this household it don't mean that. It's because, well, I have to watch what I add to the pots so everybody can eat and enjoy. And as you can see, that was perfect amount of liquid. Almost knocked my coffee over, Lord. Perfect amount of liquid. Look at that. Look how wonderfully mixed that is. You can see the hog jowl. You can see the turnips. I think for the heck of it, I'm going to add just a little bit more garlic powder. Well, I'm going to add some garlic powder because I only added minced dehydrated garlic. And well, we believe in using garlic here. That's why we laugh and say if a vampire licks us, they're going to die. They don't stand a chance. Now, as you stir, make sure you get the sides of that pot. Make sure no greens left behind. No pieces of minced garlic left behind. And of course, I'll have all the ingredients that I use in the description box below. You want to make sure you stir the bottom of that pot. You don't want your greens burning. Look at that beautiful pot liquor, y'all. Now, old tradition, back in the day, after you cooked a pot of greens and all the greens were ate, that pot liquor was either ate on crumbled up cornbread, you know, spoon you up your pot liquor, pour it on top of your cornbread in a bowl, or better yet, that pot liquor was saved and you cooked beans in it. I ain't gonna lie, beans cooked in green pot liquor, that's an experience, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna cover these up, let them come up to a boil. Now check them and stir them on the, you know, every so often, because you want to make sure that everything's getting cooked and nothing's sticking on the bottom. But once they come up to a boil, I'm going to turn them to a simmer and cook them about 30-45 minutes until the stems are tender. And yes, the stems get tender, y'all. I was raised, you didn't waste no stems on no greens. And make sure those turnips are done. You want to make sure them greens, because since I had a mixture of greens and the way I cleaned them and cut them up, it was, you know, mustard greens, turnip greens, and collards. I want to make sure that they're all good and mixed up in the pot. And that way when you go to get you some, you get a little in every scoop. But look at that. Now that is a happy scoop of greens. You got hog jowl, turnips, and your greens, and pot liquor. I get my lid. Get that lid on there real good. Since it's already starting to bubble, I'm going to cut my heat down. And I'm going to let them simmer for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Until the stems and the turnips are done. And I'll bring y'all back. See y'all after a while. Okay, the greens are done, and they're hot too. I'm gonna get me a little more, because I snacked throughout the day while cooking New Year's Day dinner. I already know it's gonna need some salt. And let's try these beautiful. Look at that. Is that not just absolutely beautiful? Let's try to get a bite without burning myself. Oh, they smell so good. You can smell the smoke in them. Oh my God. Oh, the hog jowl is tender. The greens and stems are tender. Let's try a turnip. Oh my God. The turnip melts in your mouth so you know they're done. That is an amazing pot of greens. Let me put the lid back on it. Well, that part of dinner's done. I'm going to let them set so they can meld together. Absolutely amazing, simple, easy, healthy, and nutritious. Happy New Year, everyone. I know you can cook these too. Don't cook no bland greens. Season those babies up. It's part of cooking, showing that you love yourself and your family by seasoning food right and correct. Don't make plain food because you're cheating yourself. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to snacking on these while I get everything else cooked. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. Happy New Year, everyone, and may you each be blessed. Y'all take care.